Imagine a library, but not just any library. Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine walking through an endless hallway, its walls lined with glowing, ethereal books. A limitless cosmic library where every thought, every action, every emotion you've ever experienced is recorded. But these are not just ordinary books. Each one holds the story of a soul, its past, present, and even its unwritten future. One of those books is yours. Within its pages lie the secrets of who you are, why you are here, and the mysteries of your destiny. What if I told you that such a cosmic library truly exists? A place where every thought, every emotion, and every experience of your soul is recorded. An ancient, mystical archive known as the Akashic Records. But what are they, really? A divine truth? A forgotten key to understanding the universe? Or something far more profound? What are the Akashic Records? The Akashic Records are far more than just a philosophical or spiritual concept. They represent a dimension of reality, an immense cosmic archive that holds the imprint of every thought, emotion, action, and event that has ever occurred or will potentially occur in the universe. Think of them as an expansive library without walls or limits, existing beyond the constraints of ordinary time and space. In this timeless realm, past, present, and future coexist simultaneously, encoded in subtle vibrations and frequencies, accessible through altered states of consciousness. The very term Akasha originates from ancient Sanskrit, meaning ether or space. However, this is not simply empty, lifeless space as we might traditionally envision it. Rather, it signifies an intelligent, vibrant field of energy, a living consciousness permeating every corner of existence. Akasha, in this deeper sense, functions as the foundational matrix of reality itself, weaving together the fabric of all things, seen and unseen. Through Akasha, everything is interconnected. Every thought influencing the whole, every action reverberating endlessly through the cosmic tapestry. Throughout human history, various spiritual and philosophical traditions have recognized and described the Akashic Records, each using their own language and symbolic frameworks. In Hinduism, for instance, Akasha is described as a subtle ethereal medium, a transcendental dimension beyond physical existence, carrying within it the memories of every soul's experiences across countless lifetimes. Ancient sages accessed this infinite reservoir of knowledge through meditation, harnessing insights about human destiny, karmic patterns, and the deeper truths of the universe. Similarly, in ancient Egyptian tradition, the Akashic Records were understood through the figure of Thoth, the revered deity of wisdom, writing, and divine revelation. Egyptians believed that Thoth had the ability to tap into a divine library that stored all cosmic knowledge and human histories. This ancient deity, credited with penning texts such as the Emerald Tablet, was seen as a conduit between mortal realms and divine truths, symbolizing humanity's eternal quest for wisdom beyond ordinary perception. In our modern scientific age, intriguing parallels emerge. Notably, thinkers such as Dr. Ervin Laszlo have bridged these ancient spiritual insights with contemporary physics through the concept of the Akashic field. In our modern scientific age, intriguing parallels emerge. Notably, thinkers such as Dr. Ervin Laszlo have bridged these ancient spiritual insights with contemporary physics through the concept of the Akashic field. Laszlo theorizes that the Akashic Records might be explained as a quantum information field, a vast ocean of subtle quantum waves and vibrations encoding all events, interactions, and thoughts across the entire cosmos. In quantum physics, the zero-point field similarly represents a ubiquitous energetic backdrop underlying all existence. This field, though invisible, carries vast amounts of information accessible through quantum entanglement, suggesting a scientific basis for something akin to the Akashic Records. Thus, whether explored through the mystical lenses of ancient spiritual teachings or the rigorous inquiry of modern science, the Akashic Records remain a powerful integrative concept. They remind us that beneath the apparent diversity of perspectives and disciplines lies a fundamental unity, a universal interconnectedness that permeates all aspects of existence. By learning to tap into this cosmic memory, whether through meditation, contemplation, or intuitive insight, we gain the possibility of accessing complete wisdom, healing past wounds, and consciously shaping our shared future. The ancient origins and evolution of Akashic Records. For centuries, the concept of a hidden archive, a mystical repository where the records of every soul's journey are preserved, has fascinated humanity. Known as the Akashic Records, this idea has its roots in ancient spiritual traditions across the world, each describing it with a unique cultural lens. In ancient India, the concept of Akasha is deeply rooted in the Vedic scriptures. The Upanishads, ancient texts that form the philosophical backbone of Hinduism, speak of Akasha as a field of pure consciousness, a subtle, all-pervading ether that holds the memory of all thoughts, actions, and events. Akasha was considered one of the 5 primary elements, alongside earth, water, fire, and air, but it was the most subtle and mysterious of them all. Unlike the other elements, Akasha was seen as the space in which everything exists and from which all matter originates. It was not merely empty space, but a living, vibrating energy field connecting all that is. The Mahabharata, one of India's greatest epics, introduces Narada, a divine sage who is said to possess the ability to access this cosmic knowledge. Narada is depicted as a celestial traveler who roams across the realms of gods and mortals, sharing wisdom and knowledge acquired from the Akasha. His stories are not just religious tales, but symbolic of a truth: the idea that there exists a realm of knowledge that can be accessed by those with spiritual purity and understanding. Moving from India to ancient Egypt, we encounter another figure connected to this concept: Thoth, the god of wisdom, writing, and divine knowledge. Thoth was depicted as an ibis-headed deity, holding a scribe's pen and a writing tablet, symbolizing his role as the recorder of all that happens in the universe. Thoth was not just a mythological figure, but a representation of the universal principle of wisdom and memory. In Egyptian mythology, it is said that Thoth recorded the outcomes of all human lives, and his writings were stored in a celestial library. For the ancient Egyptians, these records were not just a spiritual idea, but a practical guide, used to weigh the souls of the dead in the afterlife. If a soul's deeds were found just and righteous, it would ascend to paradise. If not, it would face the consequences of its actions. Thoth's role as the divine scribe directly connects to the concept of Akashic Records, where every action, thought, and intention is recorded. The idea of a divine record did not end with the ancient world. In the 20th century, this mystical concept found a new and compelling voice in Edgar Cayce, an American clairvoyant known as the Sleeping Prophet. Cayce was an ordinary man who, through a unique ability, could enter a deep, self-induced trance state, during which he could access information beyond his normal awareness. Cayce's readings transformed the lives of countless individuals, offering them guidance, healing, and a deeper understanding of their spiritual path. His work brought the concept of the Akashic Records into the modern world, making it accessible to those who had never heard of this ancient spiritual idea. From the mystic visions of Indian sages to the divine writings of Thoth, and finally to the trance revelations of Edgar Cayce, the concept of the Akashic Records has traveled across cultures and centuries. It has transformed from a mystical, spiritual idea into a topic of modern spiritual exploration, a bridge between ancient wisdom and contemporary understanding. This timeless archive continues to inspire seekers, reminding them that their actions, thoughts, and emotions are not lost, but are part of an eternal record, a reflection of the soul's journey through time. But is this all just a mystical fantasy, or is there a scientific explanation? Modern science has begun to explore concepts that surprisingly resonate with the idea of the Akashic Records. One of the most compelling theories comes from Dr. Ervin Laszlo, a Hungarian philosopher, systems theorist, and scientist who proposed the concept of the Akashic field. According to Laszlo, this Akashic field is a fundamental, all-encompassing field of information that underlies the entire universe. It is not just a poetic or mystical idea, it is a scientifically grounded hypothesis that suggests this field functions as a vast cosmic memory, encoding information about every event, action, and interaction that has ever occurred. Laszlo's theory is supported by concepts in quantum physics, particularly the notion of the zero-point field. The zero-point field is an all-pervading sea of quantum energy that exists even in the vacuum of space. Far from being empty, this vacuum is teeming with fluctuating quantum waves, which encode information about all physical processes. These quantum waves are the building blocks of reality, and they constantly exchange information across vast distances, suggesting that information is never lost. Laszlo's Akashic field takes this a step further. It proposes that not only physical information, but also non-physical information, thoughts, emotions, and experiences, can be stored in this cosmic field. The A field is seen as a holographic field, where every point contains the information of the whole, much like how each part of a hologram contains the entire image. In this view, the Akashic Records are not just mystical imagination, they are a scientifically plausible phenomenon, a vast interconnected field of information that spans the universe. Real-life experiences and spiritual insights. Throughout history, countless individuals have claimed to access the mysterious realm of the Akashic Records, a cosmic archive that holds the memories of every soul. Among the most famous of these was Edgar Cayce, known as the Sleeping Prophet. His readings have transformed countless lives, bringing spiritual and physical healing. But Cayce was not alone. Baba Vanga, the blind mystic from Bulgaria, shocked the world with her prophetic visions. Despite her blindness, she claimed to see the lives of people as if watching a movie, past, present, and future. Her uncanny accuracy in predicting world events, from natural disasters to political upheavals, left many convinced that she was accessing the Akashic Records. Even today, spiritual seekers across the world claim to connect with this cosmic archive. Through meditation, prayer, and deep trance, they receive insights about their soul's journey, understand karmic patterns, and find profound healing. So, how can you access the Akashic Records? Accessing the Akashic Records is not just a simple technique. It is a sacred spiritual practice that requires preparation, focus, and reverence. Number 1. Preparation. Start by choosing a quiet, comfortable space where you won't be disturbed. Light a candle, burn incense, or play calming music to create a sacred atmosphere. This environment helps you enter a state of peace and clarity. Number 2. Intention. Set a clear and humble intention. This could be for healing, gaining insight, or understanding a specific aspect of your life. Speak this intention aloud or in your mind. Clarity is key. Be honest with yourself about what you seek. Number 3. Meditation. Close your eyes, take deep breaths, and focus on your breath. Use sound frequencies, chanting, or guided visualization to deepen your focus. Allow your mind to relax, opening your consciousness to higher awareness. Number 4. Prayer or invocation. Use a sacred prayer, like the pathway prayer process, to formally request access. This is an act of humility, acknowledging the sacred nature of the records. Remember, accessing the Akashic Records is a sacred journey of discovery, best approached with respect, humility, and purity of heart. Spiritual significance and personal growth. Why do the Akashic Records matter? The Akashic Records are far more than a mere library of facts. They are a mirror reflecting the entire journey of your soul. Every thought you've ever had, every emotion you've ever felt, every choice you've made, all of it is recorded in this vast cosmic archive. But these records do more than just document your life. They reveal the deeper truths that shape your existence. By accessing your Akashic Records, you gain a unique opportunity to heal from past traumas that may still affect your present. Painful memories, unresolved emotions, and hidden fears can be brought to light, understood, and released. But it doesn't end there. The Akashic Records also help you uncover your soul's purpose, why you were born, the lessons you are here to learn, and the gifts you are meant to share. This sacred connection allows you to see beyond the surface of life, unveiling the hidden forces shaping your experiences. You become aware of the patterns that repeat, the karmic lessons you are here to master, and the divine guidance that has always been with you. Armed with this wisdom, you can consciously direct your destiny, making choices that align with your highest potential. The Akashic Records are more than just a mystical concept. They are a sacred tool for self-discovery, healing, and transformation. Are you ready to unlock the secrets of your soul? If you found this video enlightening, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment below if you'd like to learn how to access your own Akashic Records, and we will see you in the next video.